Hey guys, hope you all crispy and crunchy. It's CerealMaty here, and welcome to chapter 2 of Welcome to the... Wait, fuck. Welcome to the second chapter of Doki Doki Love and Literature. I almost wanted to say of Welcome to the Club. That's not the name of the mod, damn it. So yeah, it's the second chapter. Let's explore it. After final bell. That's not a very good narrating voice. As soon as the final bell rang, the class became abuzz with activity, student and teacher unanimously eager to go home. I stood up and started gathering my papers together, hastily shoving them into my bag. As much as I wanted to make Sayori happy, I felt a certain uneasiness about going to this meeting. What if I don't fit in with these people? What if they end up hating me and I'm stuck there awkwardly trying to make conversation for an hour? Maybe I should just pretend my mom needs me at home or something. I ultimately snapped out of my selfishness and decided that if I could call myself Sayori's friend, I would go, regardless of how bad it turned out, for her sake at least. I slung my bag over my shoulder and headed for the door. Trying not to get swept into the crowd of people trying to leave, I lingered by a nearby restroom. It looked a little odd, but I was clear of the storm of people. I tried to find Sayori through the tsunami of students, but there was no sign of her. I pulled out my phone. Maybe she texted me. Nada, no new messages. She's probably stuck in a crowd in another part of the school or something, I thought. Maybe as well wait around for a bit before I decide to leave. Soon the crowd thinned out to a handful of students. I clicked my phone off and looked around the hall. My eyes drifted to a dull green poster board with various flyers and sheets tacked to it. I walked over to the board and read a few of them. It was what you'd expect to find on a high school bulletin board, school announcement and the lunch menu for this week, etc. Most even of the announcements were talking about the festival next week. I saw a sheet for the anime club which said it was having a meeting later today. Maybe if Sayori doesn't show, I'll try to pop into that. A flyer caught my eye next to the board. Hello there! Hello, so it actually is called Doki Doki Literature Club here. Doki Doki Literature Club seeks members. Love reading? Enjoy expanding your mind? Want to just relax with a good book? Then consider joining the Literature Club, with meetings every day after school from 4 to 5 p.m. We'd love to see you there. Monica. Right. It doesn't say Monica here, by the way. Just added that myself. I read the summary. Love reading? Enjoy expanding your mind? Want to just relax with a good book? Then consider joining the Literature Club, with meetings every day after school from 4 to 5 p.m. We'd love to see you there. Various stickers of chibi cats and other decorations were plastered all over the poster. It was very cute. Maybe Natsuki wrote it. My eyes glanced to the sign-up sheet. It disheartened me to find that there wasn't a single name scrawled on the paper. So they really are trying to find new members, I thought to myself. I suddenly felt bad for thinking about skipping on this meeting. How selfish could I be? Wait, members... President Monica S, Vice President Sayori A, Member Yuri K, and Natsuki T. They actually have surnames? Monica S. Okay, that's very interesting. Imagine how sad Sayori would be if I just got up and left and having to tell her club friends that she couldn't get a member after all. I shook my head clear of these dark thoughts. There was also a roster to the left of the poster of the current group members we read: President Monica S, Vice President Sayori A, Member Yuri K, Member Natsuki T. I shouldn't read the posters before I'm actually supposed to read them, which is when the text box tells me to. Damn. And the anime club, speaking of reading the posters I'm not supposed to read. The anime club consists of Asuna Yuki, Itsuka Midoriya, Lance MCCL, and Adri something. I didn't recognize the two, but the name Monica did sound familiar. I guess I'll be meeting those two later. I guess I will. I heard a rapid tap 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 of footsteps turn to see Sayori practically barreling at me. She came just a few feet short of colliding with me before she almost collapsed at my feet. She put her hands on her knees and tried to catch her breath between ragged gasps. The scene was both concerning and somewhat hilarious. You alright? Need some water? I started reaching into my bag, digging for a small water jug I usually keep in my bag. Sayori stuck out her arm, grasping her hand out like a toy claw machine. She swung her head up and practically chugged the bottle until it was dry. Thank you, Matty. Did you run here? No, just walked very calmly. I almost sneaked here. I mean, duh. She regained her composure, her breath much cleaner. Art, with the new teacher, Mr. Tagomi. My brain draws up the campus map. From here, that class is practically on the other side of the school. You didn't have to sprint here. I was gonna wait for you anyway. I said as I take my empty water jug back. Jesus. I know, but I couldn't help it. I'm just super excited. I can't wait for you to meet everyone. They're really great people. You're going to love them. Sayori led me down the hallway, passing by rows of closed doors. We walked outside the foyer, passing by the koi pond. Soon we were in an adjacent building, where she led me up a flight of stairs. The seniors building, I think to myself. Normally, I have no business being here, but I guess I do now. Sayori guides me past more classrooms until she stops at one, the door slightly open. On the doorknob was a makeshift sign that said DDLC in red marker, a heart drawn next to it. Sayori turned to me. Ready? I shrug. Yeah, well then, let's go in. Full of energy, Sayori swings open the classroom door. Before it slams into the wall, I hastily grab the knob, stopping it from falling from full momentum. I just imagine the scene in my head. And Sayori just boom, slams the door into the wall, and I hastily try to catch it before it actually, I don't know, hits a piece out of the wall, and yeah, destroying it completely or something like that. Imagination. Everyone, say hi to our new member. She was practically shouting. I opened my mouth to say something, but first I take a minute to look around the classroom. The class is clearly used by a teacher during the school day, as shown by the papers and posters strewn about the walls and tables. A row of long windows faces down towards the koi pond. You mentioned the koi pond pretty often. I wonder if there is some special meaning to it, if it's a key place later on in the game. Midday, sun streaming in through the windows. Uniform wood desk run in rows, with shelved stock with books and folders behind them. In the far right corner, it seems there is a walk-in closet, probably with supplies inside. Sitting at the teacher's desk, a girl with flowing brown hair and a white ribbon to match, looks at Sayori and gives us a genuine smile. She shuts her silver laptop and gets up to greet us. Hello, my name is Monica. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. She extends out a hand, which I gingerly shake. Matty, likewise. That's all I can manage to say. Say, I think I've seen you before. Didn't you have physics with Dr. Serizawa? Yeah, sure. Pretty stupid teacher. I mean, his grades were pretty unfair. I thought I had all the points on all tests, but he just gave me a C. That's not fair. What am I talking about? Monica gives me a thoughtful look, trying to place me. Suddenly, it all clicks in my head. Oh my goodness, yes, I remember you as well. You won the experimental trebuchet project at the end of last year. I feel bad for the janitors who had to clean up all those eggs, though. We share love. Yeah, we do. Monica looks past me. Yuri, come here. Come say hi to our new member. As if Yuri was a dog or something like that. Here, Yuri, say hi to our new member. Good boy or girl. This Monica is in the club? What? One of them... Oh, yeah, this Monica, okay. One of the most popular and smartest girls at this campus? Monica, from what I've heard about her, is practically a model student with great marks and an important figure in a bunch of groups and clubs. It's no wonder she's the president of this one, but I didn't expect her to be part of this sort of group. Looking up from her book, an usually decorated one I might add, a mature-figured tall girl with violet hair greets me. Oh, greetings. My name is Yuri. You must be the boy that Sayori always talks about. Her voice, smooth as lavender, puts me at ease. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Yuri. I say that, but my mind lingers on her comment. Always talks about? How many times has my name come up in this club before? I look at Sayori, but she seemingly wasn't paying attention or just didn't hear Yuri's comment. And last but not least, we have... Wait, where is she? That was a bit of Natsuki in there, which I don't know yet, so I don't know whose voice that was. I don't know. Just made it up in my head. I could have sworn I just saw her. She raises her voice. Natsuki, where are you? Over here. That's Sayori. Voice says. I hear a girl's voice yell from the closet. I hear books being shoved around on shelves before a girl steps out. Whoa. Natsuki, as Monica called her, is a short girl, maybe around 5'5" to my 5'10". Geez, inch measurements. I have no idea what they are. It's such a weird system. Like, with pink hair and eyes to match it. Red ribbons are tied in her hair, and a red hair clip rests on one of her bangs. Bangs! She dusts herself off, I wonder what she was doing back there, and walks over to us. She's so cute. I can't help but think. She stands next to Yuri, a considerable size difference between the two, and looks me up and down. Looks at me up and down? Or just looks me? She turns to Sayori. You brought a boy, Sayori? Way to kill the mood! She folds her arms across her chest. Don't be so mean, Maty Natsuki. To Maty Natsuki. He's really excited about becoming a new member, so show him at least a little politeness. Besides, you did bake cupcakes for him, so... No, I didn't! All I did was bake cupcakes for a new member, not him! But I am the new member, so technically you did bake them for me. Natsuki gives me a look. Oh boy, now I'm on her bad side apparently. I haven't been here for more than 5 minutes and I've already made an enemy. What's next? Trying to move things along, Monica claps her hands together. How about we all take a seat? Natsuki, you can get your cupcakes out now. At this, Natsuki smiles and walks toward the teacher's desk, where a small mini fridge sits next to it. 5 desks have been arranged to form a makeshift table, with one being stuck out in front as the head chair. Monica sits down at the head one as Sayori and I sit next to each other. How about I prepare some tea? Good idea! Yuri nods and heads to the closet. I hear shuffling followed by the sound of a faucet turning on. From across the class I can see Natsuki fidgeting with a plate, adjusting the foil over ever so slightly. When she has it just right, she carefully picks it up and walks to her table, placing it in the middle of her table. She takes the seat closest to Monica, closet and Natsuki. 2 words I can't separate anymore. Yuri turns to our table, tray in her hand. I can't help but gaze at the intricate designs etched on the platery, reminiscent of early Japanese geometric art. It looks beautiful and rather expensive. Gently, Yuri places the tray next to Natsuki's plate. A small steaming pot with 5 teacups rests on the tray. Carefully, Yuri places a teacup with a dish in front of us and pours the tea. The smell wanders into my nostrils. A faintly fruity smell like wild berries. Could you give me some as well? Reminds me of oolong tea. There we go. A favorite of my mother when she gets migraines. Ready? Like a magician's cape, she lifts away the foil. Sayori's jaw drops a little. What? Resting on the plate are 8 white, neatly arranged fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Icing was used to draw the whiskers, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. They were very adorable and looked delicious.
Natsuki, these look amazing.
Natsuki gives a bright smile, enjoying the praise.
Well, when I'm the one baking them, you know that it's gonna be good.
Hiro laughs quietly, and Natsuki glances at her.
So cute!
She eagerly reaches out to grab a cupcake. Natsuki quickly slaps her hands away. Almost.
Don't grab them! I'll serve them! Ow! Meanie!
Sayori whimpers as she gingerly rubbed her bruised hand. I chuckle. Natsuki sure is a feisty one. I grabbed the cupcake that Natsuki served and slowly turned it around in my fingers, looking at the craftsmanship. It looks professionally made, but has a certain homely vibe to only get from the home-baked goods. Clearly, a lot of love went into creating these. It's almost a crime to eat it. Off the corner of my eye, I can feel Natsuki looking at me. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? To see my reaction? I pull down part of the wrapper and take a hearty bite. The flavors dance in my mouth like a fiesta, chocolate swirling with vanilla. It takes all I can muster not to just shove the sweet treat into my mouth. I turn to her. This has to be one of the best cupcakes I've ever tasted. Thank you for making these.
Thank you! That means a lot to me.
I smile warmly. Perhaps I still have a chance to be friends with her after all.
So, Matty, what made you join the literature club?
Shit, I think to myself. I should have been prepared for this question, and something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika I'm only here mostly because I was practically dragged here by Sayori. I regain my composure. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori always seems really happy here, so I figured... Monika smiles.
No need to be embarrassed. As president of this club, it is my top priority to make sure you feel right at home with us.
I take a sip of my tea. So, you're the president of this club, I see. What about all the other your other clubs? How are you making time for them? She gives a light laugh.
Well, to be honest, I started to grow tired of all these politics and drama that comes with clubs and of that variety. Clubs filled with people more interested in flaunting their own egos and pushing their authority. So, I redesigned my posts and opted to make a club based on something I've always had a love and respect for. And if other people join it, that makes it all worthwhile. Sayori is a great leader.
Monika is a great leader. Sorry. Yuri and Natsuki nod in agreement. That's wonderful. I take another sip of my tea, my thoughts lingering back to the flyer and empty sign of sheet. I'm surprised that there aren't more people than just us. It must be difficult to start a new club, even with the support of your peers. Monika nods.
Each of us is doing something that fits our defining interest for the event. For example, Yuri will be making decorations and working on the theme for the event, while Natsuki will be making snacks to offer to guests. I'm not sure what other clubs have planned, but whatever they do, I'm certain that ours will be one to remember.
She sets her teacup down onto the dish.
But even if nobody decides to join, I would be more than happy with just us 5 together. It would be their loss anyway.
Monika laughs a little. I share a laugh, taking another bite of my cupcake. That sounded weird.
I share a laugh.
This, combined with the tea, go really well together. I could get used to this. A brief silence. May I ask, Matty, what do you enjoy reading? I try to think of a response. I can't just say I almost only read manga, can I? Unless I want him to think I'm some sort of a social outcast or something. I'll just try downplaying it. Well, I mostly read books that focus on science fiction and adventure, but if I want to be honest, I tend to be more engaged with manga than anything else. Natsuki's face perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but even if she did, she didn't say anything. She takes another bite of her cupcake. Yuri seems indifferent. I see. I can't say that I read much manga, but I do respect the ability to convey a story almost solely through visual arts. It takes a talented writer to master that level of storytelling. What do you read, Yuri? There you go. What do you read? Get it? Oh my god, you read the... Ah! I ask, intrigued. She's silent for a moment.
Let's see. She traces her finger around the curve of her teacup. The stories I enjoy the most are the ones which build deep and complex fantasy worlds with an intricate level of detail and a thought put behind them. I admire the ability to craft a world unfamiliar to the reader that one can simply get lost in. She goes on, clearly passionate about her favorite genres. I also have a deep interest in psychological elements, with an emphasis on horror or shock. How writers can twist and convey the readers through into their own image for a more personalized reaction has always interested me, with the different styles possible. Yeah. I'm currently in between reading 2 books that play into this element well. If you're interested, I could introduce them to you. Oh, I'd love to. I'm not even thinking about what I'm saying anymore. I hate horror or anything scary. I try to write about happier things. You write, Natsuki? That's awesome. I'd love to read one of your poems someday. How do you know she writes poems? Maybe she just writes emails, I don't know. There's genuine enthusiasm in my voice. Natsuki blushes again and trips over her words. You wouldn't like them. What I write is, what I'm told at least, is too... Monika cuts her off. Cute? Don't say that! Ah, but in a good way. It's both simple and complex. You should be proud of your writing. It's unique. Natsuki shakes her head, as if a fly was buzzing at her face. It's not that they're cute. She does a quotation mark gesture with her hands. It's just, I'm not confident in how I write. Oh, I understand. You're not. Often for both experienced and amateur writers, it can be difficult to open up your emotions and thoughts to your audience. When you write, you aren't just writing for a crowd, you're also writing for yourself. It's okay to not want to share sometimes. Do you have experience with sharing your work, Yuri? I think Natsuki would benefit from it if you two traded your writing for peer review one day. So Yuri and I nod in agreement. Yuri seems displeased at the idea, but goes along with it anyway. So Yuri looks at her and Natsuki. I'd love to read your poems, if you ever felt confident enough to share them with us. Monika is silent for a moment, but then speaks up. I have an idea, everyone. Tell me, is it poem writing and sharing? Yuri and Natsuki look at Monika with a gaze of uncertainty. How about we all write poems for each other and to read and review? I feel that it would be a great way to learn everyone's styles of writing and help us become more confident in sharing our work with others, as well as improving our styles. She turns to Sayori, who's now on her 3rd cupcake, for agreement. Sayori, you hungry cinnamon bun. There you go. Saved it. Yeah, a good icebreaker. Sayori's voice is muffled, for there is a whole cupcake in her mouth. Jesus, you must have a gigantic mouth. My voice chokes. That sounds like a great idea, but there's just a slight hiccup. I pause. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to join the club. I was looking at a few others that would take... My voice trails off, as does my point. Soon all 4 girls are looking at me, a dose of sadness in their eyes. But... I'm sorry, I just thought... Natsuki looks away from me, rejected. Oh, Matty. I run a hand through my hair. God damn it, I think to myself. I'm completely defenseless against these girls. How can I make a clear-headed decision when I'm in a situation like this? Well, if writing poems is the price I have to pay to spend time with them... I clear my throat. Okay, I've decided it. I'm joining the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Sayori squeals. Oh, Matty, I'm so happy. Oh, that sounds creepy. Through the desk, she embraces me, almost making me knock over my teacup. Monika lifts her teacup as to the other girls. Oh, Sayori, you clumsy, cute ball of sunshine. Then it's official. Welcome to the literature club, Matty. Everyone clinks their glasses together and takes a drink. After Sayori lets me go, I do the same. Monika glances at her watch and claps her hands together. Meme review, no. Fucking...
Stop it! It's like a virus going around inside my head. Every time somebody does a double clap, my mind goes, meme review. Stop it, PewDiePie.
Okay, everyone, I think we can end today on a good note. Y'all can leave by now, but don't forget to write and bring your poems for tomorrow's meeting. Monica turns to me. Matty, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. She says with a slight giggle. I smile. Likewise, Monica. Jesus, they disappear pretty quickly. And by disappear, they vanish. They're just gone. Yuri begins to put away the tea set, while Natsuki and Monica place the desks back in order. Feeling unhelpful, I try to help Natsuki rearrange the desks back. Don't worry, I got it. My hand brushes up against hers. She blushes and pulls her hand away. Thanks, Hercules, but I think I got it. Jesus, that sounds weird. Natsuki snarks as she pushes the desk back in order. Sayori appears next to me. Hey Matty, since we're already here, did you want to walk back home with me, like old times? She says in a hopeful tone. That's right, with Sayori being occupied by the club, we never went home at the same time. No, there's no reason not to. Sure, let's go. She grins and turns to the door. Bye guys! The other three say goodbye as I head out the door with Sayori. So, what did you think of the club? We've just left campus and we're walking home. What's convenient is that Sayori and I live only a few blocks away from each other, so we don't need to worry about splitting up. She walks backwards in front of me, eager to see my reaction. I think she's very cute. Certainly looks like a lot of fun. She? Sayori's face turns to confusion. She stammers. Huh? Holy shit, what did I just say? Oh yeah. Yeah. That slipped your tongue, didn't it? My thoughts scramble like eggs. God damn it, speak. I said the club looks cute. Like it's very close-knit. It looks like a lot of fun. Do you believe me now? Sayori's face repeats that odd emotion from this morning again, once again confusing me as well. What is this face supposed to represent? I really can't place it. Is it sadness? Fear? Resentment? Or just confusion? I have no clue. We walk in silence for a moment. About a block away, I can see the roof lines of her complex. So, you're gonna go to tomorrow's meeting, right? There's some uneasiness in her voice. At least, I think it's uneasiness. I nod, yes. Why wouldn't I? Just making sure, Matty. She gives me a half-hearted smile. Alright. We reach the gates to her home. I wave goodbye and start to walk home. My mind lingers back to the club. Monica, Yuri, Natsuki, and of course Sayori. Would I really be happy spending an hour after school every day with them? Oh Jesus, I think so. I mean, I think I made a good first impression on them, or at least I hope so. They seemed to like me as I did back. Plus, staying in a club means getting the chance to know Natsuki better among everyone else. If you couldn't tell by now, this is a story where the player likes Natsuki. Pretty much. Pretty much. I unlocked something. I think I didn't read it. As usual, my parents have already gone to work. I check the stuff and the pot of soba sat, still warm to the touch. I grab a bowl and take my stuff upstairs to my room. Placing the bowl and drink on down my desk, I dig in my drawer for a fresh sheet of lined paper and a pen. I put it in front of me and stare at the blank paper. Shit. Now comes the hard part. What do I write? Chapter 3, Poem Panic! Chapter 3, Poem Panic will be the topic for the next video on CerealMaty's channel. We hope to see you there. You won't regret it. For now, thank you for watching. Yeah, whatever that was. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, tell me somehow, and I'll see you all in the next video.